What's up, guys? I'm back, and as you can see, I went ahead and got myself the last Ronin Synja Patrol Bot. Here's the box, and there's a firework in the background. Happy New Year, even though it's August. So Synja Patrol Bot from NECA, last Ronin. Let me show you the inside. Image for the inside, looks dope. Empty innards, and then the side that we always see all the time on these. Number 6, Synja Patrol Bot. And then we have the back here with the paragraph. Who is the last Ronin? I think we all know who he is by now, and if you don't, I won't tell you. Yeah, this Synja bot came out pretty good. You know, the thing I'm noticing right now, one, positive note, dope, that they gave us the sticker decals for the figures. Negative, you would think that this paragraph down here would be more specific to the figure that you got, like a little description on the background of the figure. Even on the inner part here, they could have done that, like a tiny little blurb right here or something. They never do, but I'm just saying they could have done a little something specific here, but it is what it is. It's pretty dope still. And as always, on the bottom of every NECA figure tells you who made it. All the people responsible. Shout out to NECA and all the people creating these awesome figures. Okay, so let's get into these figures. As you can see, I've done some personal touches here. There's a lot of you going, whoa, mine didn't come with a cape. Where'd you get the cape from? Where'd you get the cape? What gun is that, bro? What gun is that? What gun is that? How'd you get the sword? How'd you get this on the side, bro? What's going on here? I think that's the scabbard. I forget what it's called. The sword holder. I'm so bad with weapon names, man. Plus I smoke pot, so that helps, right? Nay. So yeah. I went ahead and I got this Captain Phasma, shitty Captain Phasma figure from the Star Wars new trilogy, the sequel trilogy. And, you know, it was a $10 figure. It was really crappy. It didn't articulate. I popped the head off and I took the cape and I was like, I'm gonna use this someday. And many years later, I'm using it now for my figure right here. I'm gonna take it off for now just so you can see the figure, and then I'll put it on at the end of the review again. Very easy to pop on and off the heads here, as you can see. Just gonna give you a quick close-up. I like to measure them first, but you know, I got them here already, so why not? Looks great. Swords came out really good too. Weapon holster for the gun, which only one of mine came with for some odd reason. That's why I did that sword attachment, but we'll get into that when I go into that figure. Let's look at the back. The back came out really good. Look at that spine. Look what they did with that spine, all the way up from the neck, all the way down to the base of the tail line here, the tailbone. Robotic tailbone. It has a great tailbone because it's an it. It's not a man anymore because it's less man than anything. Story behind them, because I did a little bit of a background on them. I didn't read the comics. I kind of skimmed through them, so I know what happens. I just didn't see every little last detail. And you know, without spoiling too much, what I can tell you is that these things are Synja bots. They're Synja Patrol Bots, as you know from the name. And they're synthetic ninjas. That's where the name comes from. Synthetic ninjas that they used to be men and they're not men anymore. There's probably some women too that they're not women anymore. They're robotic cybernetic creatures that will, you know, fuck your ass up. Halt! They say halt a lot. And they were created by the grandson of Shredder, Hiroto Saki, grandson of Oroku Saki. That's about as technical as I can get without, you know, actually reading it and spoiling things. So there you go. But like I said, I actually need to give it a sit down and read it in full, especially since they have new turtles coming now. That's as far as I'm going to go with spoilerage. But yeah, check it out if you don't know the story of Last Ronin. It's pretty dope. All right, let me measure this bad boy. I've yapped on quite some time here. I got these guys from Best Buy. Best Buy, Lexington and 86. They're about 6.5 inches without the antenna. With the antenna, well, that head has the antennas, the other one doesn't. So with that head, about 7 inches. And yes, that is definitely what she said. Let's see here. Yeah, about 6.5 inches tall, and then about 2.5 inches wide, almost on the dot. So $34.99 each, and then together they came out to like $76.20. Not too bad. You know, there's army builders out there, so it's not going to be too harmful to your wallet. Tiny bit. The more you get, the more painful it gets, you know. Let's get into this figure, because I know there's some people wondering, all right, what's the deal here? First off, not the gun that this figure comes with. This is from another figure, so we'll get into that later on. This right here, the other sword attachment that came with this Synja bot. I got some of that sticky gel. If you watch my channel, you already know that I use these sticky gel pads that I'm unable to like tell you where to get them so bad. I use them to apply things and hold them in there. I have so many of them. That's why I'm able to do this. When I run out, I'm going to be in trouble. But yeah. So the deal is, the reason why I did this is because mine came, show you a picture right here. Mine came without its gun holster. Not broken, not snapped off, like completely not there. It was just gone. So I went ahead and just put the gel stuff there, the gel pad and sticky pad, whatever, and applied that in there. Because why not, right? That's his anyway. So now he's got his on the side. And then, you know, if I want to see one with two, because, you know, they're supposed to come with two. NECA, what's the deal, guys? Why did these individually come with one sword each when you know damn well, not just on the box, but in the freaking like images? Oh, it's not on the back of this box image either, but there's images where they're holding two swords in the comic and in the advertisement. So it's like, why are we only getting one sword with each? I have to get 4 of these to get 2 of them to have 2 swords each. Sorry, doing math, just making sure. Yeah. You have to get 4 of these to get 2 swords for 2 of these guys? Come on, man. Each? Nah, that's messed up. So I thought that looked cool. And a note on the swords. Quality is really well done. Very well done. I mean, some of the best sword props I've ever gotten from any figure. But what I wanted to show you is that the swords go in really, really easy. It looks like he's like about to check for, he's about to put some deodorant right now. Synja bot deodorant. It's what you need to fight off turtle. Notice how I said turtle. So yeah, they fit in there and they come out really easy. They go in and out really easy all night long. All night long. That's what she said. Let me stop. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I just don't think it's cool that we only get one sword each. That's kind of BS, guys. Just being realistic here. But it is what it is. Now, you know what? Since this guy looks so dope in his pose here, I'm just going to leave him there. And let me get into articulation. Take off the back part here for articulation. And I don't think this, you know what? Let's take this off too, just in case. See the nub there like that I did there? All right, so I'm going to be completely upfront with you guys. When I opened these guys originally, oh, they come out easy, just so you know. But they go in easy too, and they snap in too. I really like that. So you don't have to worry about like them falling out. Like the best action bebop I have. Anyway, when I got these guys out of the box, they were really difficult to articulate. The arms weren't so bad, but these legs were like, oh my God, they did not want to bend, especially this part. This part did not want to bend at all. I had to slowly do it. I didn't use any blow dryer technique, but you know what? I advise you should. I advise you should use blow dryer technique so that you don't risk snappage. See, you see how difficult that is? That's not fully articulated. So I need to do some blow dryer technique. Otherwise, I risk tearing the joint or loosening it, bending it. Either way, it's gonna mess it up. It's not gonna be good. All right. Now, the arms, like I said, articulate great. Flowing and speeding through. I like it, yeah. You can basically get him to like grab his head, like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? Why am I a Synja bot? Oh, why am I in this position? Yeah, articulation is really good for these figures. It's just that you're gonna go through some difficulty articulating the knees for sure. And depending on what your figure is like, you may have that issue with the arms as well. And again, they pop out easy, but they go in easy too. And there's a snap, which is great. So once you actually try to pull them out, they come out, right? But usually when that happens with some figures, like the Best Action Bebop I brought up, and you go to put it back in, there's no snap. It just feels loose, and then it will not survive the shake test. These are not made like that. These are made very well. So kudos to NECA for that. Head articulation is really good too. It's got its full range. Fully down without bending the torso at all. Okay, I bent the torso a little bit there, so let me straighten it out again and then try to go up. Okay, that's as far as the head will go up, and that's because the neck doesn't go back anymore, but that's still pretty good. That's really good. He looks like he's looking up. I'll take it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. So we went into articulation, and I showed you a little customizing stuff I'm doing. Showed you the details of how they look. Which, by the way, I just want to bring up one other thing. Look at these arms. Look at those shoulders. They really went all out for the attention to detail. With the cables underneath the shoulder pads. I love that. I really love that. And look at this. Look at the cables underneath the rib cage there, I guess, the robotic rib cage. It just looks really good in general. It's a really good looking figure. They highlighted everything. They did everything right. Except not give us another sword. What's the deal? I'm going to keep bringing that up because I think it's a fair point to make. I get that these things are not supposed to come exactly the way they look in the comic and exactly the way they look in the packaging, but guys, these things are almost 99% of the time holding two swords. I can guarantee you that. So, like, what's the deal? Why one sword? Why do I gotta use his sword to give him two swords? Not cool. Not cool. You know what? I'm gonna put this cape back on. How are we doing on time? Oh, run 15 minutes. It's gonna be like a 20-minute one. Maybe a little less. We'll see. And the heads also go on easy and come off easy, which I love because they don't always do that, especially with NECAs. NECA's heads, in my experience, I've had a lot like difficulty and at the same time not difficulty. Like for example, the turtles, super easy to pop off their heads. Super easy. You know, but it's not the turtles I'm talking about. There's other figures that, you know, they don't just make turtle figures. NECA makes other brands, other lines. Let me stay in turtles though. I'm getting sidetracked here with other stuff here. Let me get into the accessories here. So we have the two heads that you just saw. Came out really good. Love the paint jobs. Very Snake Eyes. Or what's his name from Hellboy? The evil cyborg fucker. I don't remember his name. Heads up on these guys. They bend. So you want to be careful that you don't bend them too much, because they might actually rip off the helmet. So heads up on that. But they usually go right back to where they were. And then I went ahead and popped this off. So for those of you who were curious, yes, this comes off. You can use this head on the regular figures. You don't have to just keep it on there. And then you can, you know, swap it out for different heads. In case you want to, you know, to each his own. Maybe you don't want to do that. No biggie. Oh, snap. I'm doing my own ninja moves against these guys. And they failed the test. Because they both fell. Okay. We got these. I guess this is where you get me. I got myself. I didn't do enough research, I guess, because I don't remember what these are or what they're used for. So I'm gonna take a guess based off how they look and how they're, you know, built or looking, basically. They're either bombs or like levitating droids that follow them around or some crap, like the bit from Tron. I don't know. I'm making this up. I don't know what they're from, but they're dope. They look amazing. They both came with 2 sticker decals each. Now I already used 3. One on this guy right here, on this it, and then the other 2 I used for my custom that I'll be showing you guys very soon. Stay tuned. I'll give you more updates about it very soon, but you're going to be seeing it next weekend, I think. And then this little guy here, why am I so far away? This little guy here is the one I have left. I'm not going to put it on him yet, because I think I'm going to customize this figure too. This is going to be the next custom that I work on. Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. That cape's definitely going to be involved somehow. And then we have the other sets of hands here, which is, you know, how you doing? They're open palm grip hands. They're gonna grab you or shake hands like I did. And then we have the this is the hand that they're using to hold the swords or hold the guns. It's got a trigger finger there for the gun too. And then we have the closed fists. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, it didn't come with too many, but just enough, in my opinion. Just enough. I think the only thing missing is an extra sword. Can't say that enough. This is the gun. Came out pretty good for not being painted. I love the way it looks. And let's see here. I think that's about it for the... You know what? This right here is what I'm going to use for them when I customize them. I think this is going to look great. I'm going to put it in the handlebar. And then he's going to look like he's sniping somebody. Yeah. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. So it's definitely going to be a custom of some kind. It's just, don't know what I'm going to do. So I will let you guys know. I'll keep you guys posted. For now, though, I think I'm just going to leave him the way he is, because I've customized him enough already. And then for tomorrow, what we're going to be looking at, I can do this without knocking anything over, is this bad Mamma Jamma right here. I said bad Mamma Jamma again. This is the Dark Trooper from The Mandalorian. And yeah, that's what we're going to be looking at tomorrow. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And peace, peace.